um, for the people that are watching or will be watching, let me say that let me introduce Palmina. Palmina is an educational coach. She is also the operations manager of AISLI, the Association of Language Schools in Italy. And she has created this amazing program called Future Skills Agency,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, correct.
And she's promoting the use of soft skills in ELT. So that's the topic of the day, right?
Yeah, yes.
So Palmina, first of all, first things first, when we talk about soft skills, what is that we are referring to exactly? What type of soft skills are we discussing?
Yes. So first of all, I would like to tell you, Gina, that soft skill is just a name, and they can be called in many other different ways: life competencies, global competencies, future skills. So no matter the way you call them, these are sort of personal attributes, interpersonal abilities that people have, so that both our students or teachers have, that can really affect their relationship, not only in at school, but also in their daily lives. So these soft skills, if I may say, if I can make a list, there are more than the ones that I'm going to list. But when we talk about soft skills, we talk about effective communication, we talk about teamwork, adaptability, which is so important nowadays, problem solving, emotional resilience. And these skills are really crucial today, and our students really need them.
When you say they're really crucial today, is there a specific reason?
Well, when I think about today is because I cannot forget what happened yesterday. So after the pandemic, there was a sort of big shock for our students. They lost a couple of years of interactions, of living together with their friends. And the world has become very, very fast in every single aspect. Now we rely a lot on digital technology, on mobile telephone. And this means that we really need to, as teachers, as educators, we really need to focus on the human touch. So this is why they are so important today.
Exactly. Yeah.
I keep underlining
Today more
Yeah.
more than ever, really. Yeah, I think, and it's interesting. The conversation about soft skill has been around for some time, but now the need of fostering soft skills and integrating soft skills in language programs is
Yeah.
even more important, right? So the thing is, perhaps teachers haven't been prepared for integration of soft skills because it's a kind of more recent need. So how do you think that soft skills can be integrated in language teaching? And if we think about integrating soft skills, does that kind of slow down the teaching of the language, for example? I mean, in thinking of the context of language schools.
Yeah. Now, I would say no, it doesn't slow down the process. I would say it is the opposite. It makes it easier, smoother. Integrating soft skills doesn't mean to do more work for the teachers, but it's about smarter work. It's not about changing what language teachers already do. We already do most of these techniques. It's just a way to focus a little bit more on the student rather than the language itself. So I would say that language schools are the perfect place where soft skills enhancement should take place, because we already do a lot. So it's just a question of adding maybe a sort of different approach or some techniques. And here I'm talking about something that is in my heart. It has become my passion. So from teacher, I moved to becoming a coach. So I'm talking
Yeah.
about coaching, this magic word.
Yeah. And it's kind of, it's magic, but it's a bit, sometimes it's everywhere. And I think
Yes,
it's important to understand what coaching really means.
yes, yes. Now, first of all, I would like to underline that being a coach means to be a trained professional person. So it's not a word that can be used without having an educational background that has brought you to become a coach.
Mhm.
So I became a coach myself because I really believed that that could help me. Now, I'm not saying that teachers should become coach, should be qualified to become coach. But what I am suggesting is to integrate some coaching techniques in their daily teaching practice.
All right.
So, I mean, we did the hard job, as I said, as I usually say. We've taken what is traditional, what is common in business coaching in companies, and we have transformed this coaching to be adaptable and adapted for the language classroom. So, and it's not, please believe me, it's not about changing your methodology or your approach. It's just thinking, adding just a little bit of reflection, for example,
Mm.
or some activities that may help you in guiding your students towards their goals.
That's interesting that um you have applied this coming from the business world. That is quite, that's quite
Yeah.
an interesting approach to it. So how does it work? So basically you train to be a coach in the
Yes.
context of business, is that correct?
Yes, I was trained to be a coach in as a business coach because in Italy, unfortunately, educational coaching is not familiar. It's something new that that we are adding to our teaching approach. So
Mm.
the way we do is to reflect, to talk to teachers. This is why I'm traveling around, meeting teachers, talking to them so that this vision of coaching and life competencies are integrating, so soft skills are integrated more in a more, I would say, in a more systematic way in their teaching practice.
Okay.
I can give you some example
Yeah, I'm
if
curious
you
to hear.
want. I don't know how much time we have, but I'm quite happy
No,
to
we have
to
time, don't
share
worry.
something with you, to share the real thing.
Right. Yeah, no, I'll be curious. I think we'd love to hear, to have some examples, because it could, so that it doesn't sound daunting for teachers, because like I see this as it's a great opportunity for language schools to innovate the way they are offering language services. So it's moving beyond the pure
Yes,
teaching of the language and introducing something that is more in line with what students need today for the
exactly.
real world, right? So yeah, I'm more than
Yes,
happy for you
exactly,
to
Gina,
share.
because um, the world is becoming very competitive. So also language schools need to innovate. They need to add something to attract their students. Now, students, especially if they are motivated, they really need something that goes beyond language itself. They need something that will help them with their career, that will help them moving maybe from Italy to another country for academic purposes or for working purposes. So
Yeah,
I think that nowadays language schools should stop and think about what they are offering to their students. And I think that soft skills are the right answer to this question, to the question.
absolutely. And I would like to add, for people that uh, maybe haven't seen you before, met you before, that you have a solid background in managing a
Yes.
language school. Okay,
Yes.
so you're
Absolutely.
not you're talking from experience, yeah,
Yes.
that times are changing, they have been changing, and also schools in general, language schools in general, need to adapt to the new trends and the new needs. And
Exactly.
you have seen this in your own
Yes. Yes.
in
Yes,
your own
yes,
school.
Gina. I've spent the last 29 years, to be precise,
Mm,
managing a language school. So I know exactly what students need, what teachers need to be supported in their teaching. I've seen these changes, and I truly believe that language schools need to adapt to this new world.
yeah, adaptability is another
Yes,
another
yes,
soft skill or life
yes,
skill.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
and that is a key skill. That is a key skill because if you're able to adapt, nothing can happen to you because you will always be there ready to face challenges, to see beyond a problem. So adaptability is really crucial.
It's key. It's a
Yes,
survival skill as well.
yes.
Yeah. So you were saying that so if there is a language school owner here, or a director of studies, or a teacher
Mhm.
listening, and if they are thinking like, how can I get started? What I should do? What is your advice in this case?
Well, my advice maybe would be to follow me on my social media. I'm
That's a
going to
good
give,
point.
yes, I give I give a lot of tips because I really it's a mission, Gina. It has become a real mission. I think I'm now at a certain point of my life where I really want to share and give back. I've had a lot from my profession. I've had a lot from the association
Mhm.
I represent, and I think it's now time to give back to my teachers and students. And when I say teachers and students, I'm thinking about every single teachers in Italy and beyond.
Sure.
So I would say but to start looking at the student not only as a recipient of the subject we teach.
Mm,
Here we are talking about language, but it's okay for any subject you teach. But trying to think about your student as someone who needs to be guided towards their future. So someone we need to focus more on the interactions that our students have, more on the way they see challenges, and to spend time listening to what they have to say, taking time maybe from the curriculum that I understand it is important. We need to finish to finish our curriculum, our program, but spending time on reflection activities, on having our students think about their performance. So not only us being the assessor of their learning journey, but having them assess their learning journey, asking them, what can you do to get to the point? What do you need? What kind of activities can I offer to you to make your learning journey more appealing to you?
and
So,
that's it's an interesting way because it's more getting from the students.
exactly.
This is from the coaching, obviously, when you say
Yes, it comes from coaching.
ask
Yes,
them,
yes,
what they need, ask them how, what tools they need to get to
yes,
the language objectives they have.
exactly.
Exactly, and then
Yes,
you can plant that.
yes,
In the program that you have with Future Skills Agency,
yes.
right? So how does it work? You train the teachers or you train the students directly?
No, we train the teachers. Now we are in the phase of training our internal teachers. So all AISLI staff is undergoing a process of training.
Mhm.
With the new year, we will be then able to train all state schools, teachers of paritaria schools. So all all these techniques will be available for the teachers who do not belong to the association.
Okay.
And so this is the way the
That you're
project
gonna,
project
yeah.
will work. So basically, our first our target is the teacher. So we need to support the teacher, and then the teacher will support as a sort of cascade, will support the students.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this
Yeah,
is the
exactly. Yeah.
process.
And also, yeah, as I said, it's not something that most teachers will have, in terms of training. So training is so important so that they know
Yeah.
exactly from where they can start and what in practice, what can be done and what shouldn't be done as well. So yeah, that's an important step so that they get on board, so that they can pass that on to their students. As a language school owner and putting all your hats on basically, what would you say to language schools? I mean, how do you see this as a benefit for them in terms of marketing, for example?
Yes, yes, Gina. And the reason for this is that parents and students have really seen how unique the program that we are offering are. So they can see that buying from a school which has integrated soft skills can give them much more than just the language course. And they can see in the way they react, in the way they have found a job, maybe, or how successful an interview has been. And thanks to words of mouth, we are getting more and more students because you can see that you are getting more than just the language course.
That's really
So
good. Yeah.
that is the
That's good,
benefit.
because that's a great way, it got a great input then on the how people perceive that school
Yeah.
and the reputation of that
Yes.
school.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's great. So I'm just checking the time now. We usually have these live chats which are about 20 minutes, so that for busy people they can listen and follow. So I think here the idea to take away is to consider not only teaching the language in itself, but also integrating soft skills. You can get help with from Palmina if you need to get started, and how to change the focus on from you saying what the student need to do to the student telling you through good coaching questions what they need and how so you can support them. So I think that's a great starting point, something to consider maybe for 2025, as we are already in November. And if people wanted to get in touch with you, so you said follow you on social media, so you are on LinkedIn.
Yes,
And you are
LinkedIn.
also
Yes, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
everywhere.
I'm moving. Yes, I'm becoming social.
Brilliant.
I think it is very important, Jean. I mean, to reach as many people as possible with this mission and with this vision.
Yeah, and using social media, it's a tool, so why not just use it and see, try to get to different type of audiences, so the teacher, the students, students also from university, adults, people from all the people that are hanging around in different platforms. So how do they find it? Like Palmina La Rosa or
Palmina La Rosa, or they can just send me an email if they want to be even more in touch with me. So it is Palmina La Rosa at AISLI.it.
okay.
Palmina La Rosa is a name that can be remembered quite easily.
Yeah.
It's not so as common as other names.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy. It can be remembered very easily. All right. Well, listen, thank you very much.
Thank
Time
you,
to
Gina.
you, really. I was